After they get the hide off and the carcass is there laying with the meat, it depends on what they're going to do with it, namely drying it. Then they would quarter it. They'd take the front quarters off first, and then the hind quarters, and they'd lay it on top of a bunch of boughs so that it would be nice and clean. And then they'd commence to take the ribs off side at a time. And if they're going to dry it in their drying racks, which would be already erect and put up, because that's what their intentions were, to go and get some meat and dry it. The next step to that would be they would bone it, take the meat, and they had a way of doing it by cutting in certain places, and they would separate the meat from the bone, and then they would process that meat that they've boned. They would cut it up into strips of all the same thickness. They'd have the meat cut in wide strips. And the reason for cutting it up in the same thickness all through it is for the purpose of putting it on top of their drying or smoke racks, so that it would all cure about the same time as every piece of that process. They always kept a slow burning fire underneath, not a big flame, just a slow, but as long as it had a certain amount of smoke going up in underneath the meat. And they generally kept checking it until such time that the texture in it, there's a certain texture that they are looking for. And when it comes to that point, then the meat is all ready to be taken off the smoke racks and put away.